The Cap Seller and the Clever Trick.
Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a hardworking cap seller. Every day, he traveled from village to village, carrying a bundle of colorful caps on his back, selling them to people far and wide. One scorching summer afternoon, as the sun blazed overhead, the cap seller walked through a dense forest on his way to the next village. The heat was unbearable, and soon he grew tired. Spotting a large shady tree by the roadside, he sighed in relief. "This looks like the perfect spot to rest," he thought. Placing his bundle beside him, he leaned against the trunk and soon drifted into a peaceful sleep. But high above, in the thick branches of the tree, a group of playful monkeys watched with gleaming eyes. Curious about the colorful caps, they climbed down quietly, snatched them up, and placed them on their own heads. Then, giggling with mischief, they scurried back up the tree. After some time, the cap seller woke up and stretched, but as he reached for his bundle, he froze. The caps were gone. His heart pounded as he looked around. Where could they be? Then, as he gazed up, he gasped. The monkeys were sitting among the branches, each proudly wearing one of his caps. The cap seller scratched his head. He waved his hands. They waved back. He stomped his feet. They copied him. He pleaded and shouted, but the monkeys only chattered excitedly, imitating his every move. Frustration filled his heart. Suddenly, a clever idea struck him. Monkeys love to copy, don't they? He thought. With a sly grin, he slowly took off his own cap and threw it onto the ground. For a moment, the monkeys watched in silence. Then, just as he had hoped, they pulled off their caps and tossed them down too. The cap seller beamed with joy. He quickly gathered all the caps, slung them over his shoulder, and walked away, chuckling to himself. And so, with a sharp mind and a clever trick, he outsmarted the mischievous monkeys and continued on his way. And from that day on, he never forgot the lesson he had learned.
A sharp mind outsmarts any challenge.